So where are you going?
Well, I didn't want to say.
Let's go to the drag strip, Robert. But I'm not gonna help you get your nitrous system hooked up.
I've got to go meet the lawn care guy at the house to cut the grass.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't rely on our buddy.
Okay, so are you gonna come back over here? And,
yeah.
Okay, because here's the deal, man. I mean, I have got to, bare minimum, you know, I put the stock fuel pump back in, so I have got to have my AFR gauge hooked up, because if I go on this juice and I can't see that it's going lean, you're gonna be pulling SteppinWolf home.
Well, I can go get a trailer real quick.
Well, the point is, I don't want to blow it the fuck up.
We'll just pull the motor.
So I've got to get this up. All right, dude, I'm gonna work on this shit till you get back, but right. I mean, drag strip opens in like 10 minutes.
All right, let's go.
Okay, I got my wiring hooked up, got everything mounted again, got my fuel line hooked up. We just pressurized, checked it for leaks, not finding any leaks. I have not hooked my lines up to the nozzle yet, but I've got to hurry up and try to find a way to mount the bottle in the bed. All right. Checking the window switch settings. We want it to engage at 3,000. Alright, and then shuts off at 6,000. Right before it shifts. Alright guys, well I didn't get the nitrous hooked up. Actually, I got the nitrous hooked up, but I don't have any way to mount the bottle, and it's starting to get dark, so we decided to just go ahead and go. I've still not finished tuning for the 8.1 injectors, so we're running untuned, just on motor tonight. Let's see what it does. Alright, so we're really not doing much better than we were doing last year. I mean, a little bit, got a 905 on the first run. Problem is, I looked at the log file after the run, and I'm getting just super lean up top. I'm talking in the 15s, so I don't know what's going on. I got to figure out what's going on with that. I don't know if the fuel pump's not keeping up or what. When I look at my VE tables, I mean, it looks like I should be getting enough fuel, but I'm not. So I tried to add a little bit of fuel. We're going to make another run and see what happens. right, guys, so we just got home from the drag strip. Didn't do as well as I'd hoped. Like I said, here's the part where I just start making excuses, okay? You know, like I said, wasn't tuned. It was just kind of a spur of the moment thing, guys. It's like, hey, the drag strip just opened this year. So, you know, we went down there, decided to, you know, see if we'd made any progress. And initially I thought, you know, well, that kind of sucks, you know? I mean, I was running 911s last year, and which, you know, is not good for this setup. I mean, I feel like the truck should be a lot faster than it is. But then I got to thinking about it, and you know, since I got home, and last year, you know, I was running it with no fenders, didn't have the bed cover on it. A couple other things that I've added to the truck this year. All in all, I've tacked on about 200 pounds to that truck, and I dropped what I mean, you know, 1/100 of it, or 5/100ths of a second or something. I don't know what the fuck. I went from 911s last year, and now I just ran back-to-back 905s. I mean, it may not be fast, but it's fucking consistent, right? Anyway, you know, I'm gonna work on that tune, try to figure out what's going on with the fuel, and you know, finish getting the nitrous bottle mounted and everything. I've got some videos coming, guys, on we're gonna put a wood bed back in the truck, and I'd started doing those videos. And what I was gonna do initially is I was just going to I was gonna mount like a piece of wood in the bed of the truck, mount the nitrous bottle to it, and just run with it tonight. And then I was like, you know what, I don't want to fuck up that piece of wood, because, you know, we're cutting some oak. I've got an uncle who's going to cut some oak for the bed. So I just, you know, I got the nitrous system hooked up, and at first I thought I'll put the bottle in the cab with me, and sorry guys, I'm really tired, but I thought I'll put the bottle in the cab with me, and then I'm like, no, because I'm going to pull up to the line and that dude's going to be like, fuck you, dude, back it up. So I just, you know, I said, fuck it. Went and ran it on a, you know, basically all I did is I put the new injectors in, and I just, you know, I adjusted the tune for the 8.1s, but I haven't made any VE table adjustments or anything. And then on the second run, you know, I noticed I was getting like 0 knock, and I was running kind of low timing, really. And I was like, well, you know what, my 60 foot fucking sucks. So I'm going to throw a couple more degrees of timing in down low. And, you know, I got in a hurry, and what my dumbass did is I threw a couple degrees in the high octane table, and I forgot to copy that table over to the low octane. So of course it, you know, it blends those two tables together. So if you don't change both tables, you've essentially done jack shit. You know, fuck me, right? So so that second run, I go back and I check my data log, and guess what? Timing was exactly the same as it was the first run, which makes sense because it ran the exact same time, 9:05. So anyway, I was kind of disappointed. I wanted to at least get in the 8s tonight, but you know, in the back of my mind, I knew it probably wasn't going to happen. But you know, it's all right. This was first testing tune of the season. The drag strip actually opens full time next month, beginning of April. So we'll have plenty of opportunities to get back to the drag strip this year. Hopefully everything holds together. I'd also like to note, I've tried to raise my shift points. I'm having some issues with that, and I think I've got to adjust the shift speed as well as just the RPM, the shift RPM. Try to get that matched. You know, I was short shifting it when I had the smaller injectors in it. Well, now I've got a little bit bigger injectors in it. So I talked to Brian Tooley at Brian Tooley Racing about my setup, and you know, I'm running the stage 3 Brian Tooley racing cam, or I mean, not racing cam, the stage 3 Brian Tooley truck cam. And he suggested that I should be shifting probably between 6,300, 6,500 RPMs. I'm shifting at 58. I raised the RPMs in the tune up to, what I raise it to, I think 63. It's still shifting at 58 or 59-ish. but you know, sometimes depending on which PCM you're using, I mean, it seems like I've tuned several vehicles that acted differently, and it's like some of them you can just change the RPM and your shift will follow the RPM you set. A lot of them you have to change the shift speed, like what mile per hour you want it to shift at, and it seems to completely ignore the RPM. Mine seems to be like kind of a blend of both. Like I have to get it just right, which is, you know, it's kind of aggravating when you're trying to make quick little adjustments at the drag strip and you know the shit ain't working. So I'm gonna have to do some calculations and figure out, you know, about what mile per hour it needs to shift at, and I'll try to get that set up. But I really think winding out first gear a little bit longer is going to help my ETs a little bit as well. I'm sorry guys if I seem tired, but I worked all day and I came home and I was just kind of joking around. I was like, hey John, you know, they're having test and tune tonight, opening the drag strip. And he's like, let's go. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. so I'm wore out today, but anyway, I'm gonna work on it a little bit more, and hopefully the next trip will be a little more productive. So you know my motto, if it ain't broke, fucking fix it anyway. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe, yada yada. You guys know the routine. I'll see you next time on Bad Luck Garage.